All right, so this is the Austin Pod. We're back for another episode.
What episode are we on now?
Is this 4?
Wow,
I know.
we did it. I know I say that every time. Cut that out.
We're getting better and better every episode.
Yes, it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode.
Yep.
Where did you go?
I was in Nashville one weekend, which was
Yes.
interesting.
For a bachelor party?
Bachelor party.
Oh
That was
my
like my
God.
first time doing a real bachelor party.
Did you drink like every minute of the day?
For the most part, I was with a bunch of bros,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "Yeah, let's go get beers and shots." And you know me, that's not like who I am. I like to party,
Oh boy.
but I'm not like a bro.
Okay. Yes, I know.
Yeah. So that was interesting, but what I took from it was Broadway's crazy.
I've never been.
So it's busy 24 hours a day. Like, they obviously close at some point, but for the most part, the streets were mobbed,
Wow.
which 6th Street here is not. Like, it's
Yeah.
dead during the day.
It's pretty dead.
Yeah. And then they had 3 to 4 levels of live music. Every level was packed with people watching.
Okay. Was
So
it all country vibes?
It was mostly country vibes. Some had like DJs and things like that.
Okay.
But that's what we don't have here. And I think it's because they have like a main hub to go for partying.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I think we're more spread out.
Pretty
So,
spread out.
right? You have like East Austin, West 6,
Yes.
Rainy, which is falling apart, and then like South Austin. Whereas if you're in Nashville, you know to go to Broadway.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow.
So
They
I
don't
was
have-
impressed.
They
I
don't
liked
have
it.
other hubs?
I think they still have like a East Nashville where they have divier bars and people with more tattoos. But their party central area was better actually. I preferred it. If you want to party and you want like that vibe.
Oh my God. It
Yeah.
like intimidates me. My liver could not keep up.
I know. So I feel like if I lived there, I would go like every couple weeks, if it was a night out with friends.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I was talking to like locals and they say the same thing that people say here.
What?
Like, I don't go to 6th Street. And they're
Yeah.
like, I don't go to Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all do any horseback riding?
No. That's why I said it was very basic, bro. Like they were just like, we're just going to the bars.
Every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even like ATV?
They
something?
did Topgolf. And
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which there's nothing wrong with Topgolf. It was fun.
you
But I'm
could
like,
do
I could do that here.
You
I
could
could do that here. Yeah, exactly.
It's true. Well, that's
So,
fun.
Yeah. What about you?
God, what did I do? I went to that new Lil Easy
Yes.
occasion spot
So,
that
did
you
it-
posted about.
Get your approval?
I liked it. I'm still getting used to these like divey looking places, but that they're like high cost for small portions of food. Like I got a order of their jambalaya, which was pretty good, but it came in like a tiny cup for like $9, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I think
Yeah.
they even said dive bar on their Instagram.
Oh my gosh, does it?
And I'm like, it's not
It's not a dive bar.
I don't know.
You even
why.
have to like go into the host and like they have to seat you.
It's
It's not
definitely
open
more,
seating.
restaurant vibes.
It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
But it looks like a bar.
Yep.
And obviously I went during a time when it wasn't 100 degrees, but I just kept looking at the patio and the sun was like beating down. And I was like, how is this going to be in July and August, September, you know? I wonder that about a lot of our places here and how they fare, but it looked the New Orleans vibes.
I agree. And the food I had was pretty good.
What'd you have?
It was like shrimp over coleslaw or something. I
Okay.
forgot what it was called. Really
Okay.
good, fresh. And then they gave us some oysters as well. They
Yeah.
had cooked oysters,
Okay.
and I enjoyed those, but that was really it.
I feel like if you're from Louisiana, you won't like it.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, only because I think people, no matter where they're from, if you open a place that is new to Austin but trying to replicate that vibe, then people are gonna be like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is not authentic
Yup.
and all that BS.
yeah.
So,
Interesting.
but I liked the vibe. I would go back.
Which reminds me, talking about like summer patio, have you been to the Long Goodbye yet?
I went before the bar was open. So
Okay.
I went when it was just the tacos and the coffee. And I love La Santa Barbacha and
so
Fleet
good.
Coffee. They're both so good. So now that they have a bar there, I'm like, you pretty much, if I lived in that area, I wouldn't need to go
I agree.
anywhere else.
I agree. I was really impressed. The misters were like top notch. Probably the best
Okay.
misters I've seen.
Okay.
The cocktails were great. And then
Like standard or anything unique or?
Pretty standard.
Okay.
But you can tell like they were taking it serious. It wasn't
Yeah.
like just whipping together basic stuff.
Are they like batch cocktails or like they make them?
They made them.
Okay. I love
Yeah.
that.
And they had Frozen's, a really good like spicy margarita that was really good.
Yum.
And then yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite taco trucks in Austin. I think
It is so good.
it's so good.
I really wanted to hype them up when I first had it, and I was like, maybe I'm just hungry, and that's why it's so good. But no, I went back a second time. It still
Yep.
was fire a third time, and I'm like, no matter what I get on that menu, I'm like, this is good. And any haters are just hating for the sake of hating. 'Cause I think it's really good.
Yeah, which is a good question because my little brother's in town right now. He's in here right now, and he's not a drinker, so I have to do all the things that I don't normally do.
Oh yeah.
And somebody on my Instagram was like, I posted a question asking for some like recommendations on what I should do.
I saw that. I would love to know what people said.
Yeah, I definitely want to put together a list from like the best results.
Yeah.
But somebody was like, I come to you for recommendations.
Oh, they were pissed.
Well, it was like one person. The rest gave like great recommendations. But I thought that was
Okay.
funny. I was like, I'm the drinking guide. I'm not the under 21 guy.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, we don't do kids. in
yeah, I have
Austin.
my niche.
Can you give me
Um,
like one thing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Kraus Springs.
Oh yeah.
never
oh my
been there?
gosh. I haven't been there in years.
So I
It's
got
like a
that
camping
like
spot.
8 people
Oh,
said that
okay.
separately. So it goes
Interesting.
swimming. Tons of people saying tubing,
Okay.
zip lining.
Have you been
Uh,
to Common Ford?
No.
Okay. I would go there to swim.
Okay.
It's closer. Krause Springs is fun, but it's like if you want to camp.
Oh, because
It's
I wanted to
further.
go the other day with him, and I'm like, I don't want to drive an hour.
Oh, it's an hour?
Yeah.
Then you should try Emma Long Park or Common Ford Ranch.
Somebody said Emma Long.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Okay.
it's way closer. I know. I'm like Krause Springs. It's kind of far, but
But you're
Cool
the foodie
spot.
expert in Austin. I always say, like, you're my influencer.
just kidding.
So as somebody, I know all the drinking spots, but I don't take enough time to like really learn the foodie spots. So I brought him to some good barbecue spots.
Okay.
But where should I bring him for tacos?
Well, I mean, you already gave a great one.
Yep, that's
Did-
one I'm going to go to.
You're going there
with
for
him.
sure. I also love Granny's. I'm
Love
sure you've had
Granny's.
Granny's before.
Yes. Okay.
Veracruz is the go-to. I don't know if he likes coffee, but Veracruz Tacos is right next to Desnudo Coffee.
Okay.
So you could get like hit
In
two
East
birds
Austin,
with one
right?
stone. Yeah.
Okay.
You've been, right?
Yeah.
It's like right by the Cavalier, which
I just
another.
don't drink coffee, so that's my only thing.
You don't?
Never.
What? How did I not know this? That's wild. How do
Yeah.
you wake up?
I take a caffeine pill.
No way.
Yeah, water and caffeine pill.
So you just don't like the taste of coffee?
I've actually been getting into it because I've been
Okay.
drinking frozen Irish coffees,
Okay.
and I really like those. So
'Cause
now I'm like, can I transition?
that's wild. Okay, you have to go to this new though then.
Okay.
Does he like coffee?
I don't know. Do you like coffee? No.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're gonna do for the next, what'd you say, 3 weeks?
Almost 3 weeks, yeah. So
That's
we've been doing like we did Terry Black's Salt Lake Barbecue.
Oh my god, already 2 barbecue spots?
La Barbecue.
Yes.
We went there. So
Love
yeah,
that.
3. Well, he came to Terry Black's the first time he was here,
Oh, okay.
and he was blown away. But the
love Terry
beef rib,
Black's.
is so good. And then Salt Lake, it wasn't like the best barbecue I've ever had.
Okay, I was literally gonna try to hold my tongue because I saw your reel and I didn't want to be a jerk.
Which what I said was correct.
What did
I
you
said
say?
some people say this is the best barbecue in Texas. I was
Yeah,
smart.
my
when
dad.
yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
And
I-
there was people that said it. Like I've heard people.
my dad said that, and I'm like, get your ass up here, and we're gonna go
We're gonna
to
do a
La
tour.
Barbecue or even Terry Black's, like. And then I took him, and he was like, okay, I get it. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, because they're just, they're just pumping it out,
yeah.
and they do like the all you can eat, which is pretty cool. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I didn't. You
But-
said $30.
$30.
I did not know that. That's wild.
It's wild. So it was like 90 for all of us, and the guy didn't even wait. Like as soon as he saw the plate almost empty, he brought another plate.
What?
Yeah.
How did I not know this deal existed? Is it
Yep.
on the weekends too?
I think it's like 35 on the weekends, so it's like $5 more.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
For like a small platter, I feel like my family and I paid like 90 at Terry Black's, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
"Duh."
said. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then BYOB,
Did not know that.
which
That's
I
pretty dope.
confirmed. I didn't just like pull out my bottle.
Just like see if we get away with it.
Yeah, no, I was like, hey, I noticed that you guys sell beer and wine here, but somebody told me it was BYOB. He's like, yep, bring out like whatever you want.
That's wild.
I know.
Especially if they sell their own alcohol there.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. The last time I went, again, when you go to UT Austin, you're kind of in this bubble for 4 years where I feel like I didn't really explore Austin until I got out of UT. And one of the first places we went to was Salt Lick. I think I went in like 2012. And
Wow.
I remember getting there and seeing that big ass pit. It's like when you first walk
Yep.
in. And I was like, whoa,
cool.
like this is authentic. And it was good at the time, but that's because it was before I had the other
Mm-hmm.
local Austin spots that I love now. But I do like the vibe there.
Do you
It's
have a
very
favorite
pretty.
barbecue spot?
It's
tough.
so hard. It's really hard. I really think La Barbecue's great. Mickleway, Terry Black's is like a good go-to because the line moves so fast.
I'm a huge Terry Blacks fan, and people get
It's
on
so
me
good.
for that, but
People just love to hate on it because it's
100%.
popular.
100%.
And I'm like, sometimes the popular places in Austin are actually good.
Yeah, I did the tournament where everybody could vote on my story, and it got
Oh,
thousands
yeah.
of votes, and Terry Blacks won, but it's majority, you know.
Yeah. Even against Franklin's.
Yeah, surprisingly, I think they were like in the final four.
Okay.
I can't remember who else it was though.
I do love Franklin's, but I've only had them once because once you have them once, you're like, I don't want to wait in that line ever again.
So we
Like,
were talking about maybe Monday, Tuesday, waking up to do it, or I think they're open on Tuesday. They might be closed on Monday, but we were thinking about doing it, and we were like, what time? And we're like, are we crazy to try to just go at 9?
I
Which
would
is only
love for you to try and tell me because
Okay.
you'll still like get
something.
fed
Yeah,
at that time.
you just might maybe it pushes you back longer. I don't know.
I really can't see it being packed,
Mm-hmm.
especially
On like a
after
Tuesday too.
after a long weekend.
Mhm.
People are going back to work. You should try it and report back.
Yeah. And maybe I can even shoot a reel there. I'll just have to drink it.
Be like,
8
is
a.m.?
this line worth it?
Hey guys, I'm
Come with me to wake my ass up with no coffee
Yes.
and go sit in this line with my little brother. The first time I had Franklin's, okay, I have to confess, I actually didn't wait in the line.
You got the to go.
No, I won a giveaway that like allowed me to show up on a day that they were closed. It was during South by again in like 2014.
I've seen them do private events.
I have never won a giveaway this cool ever. And I got to go when they were closed and literally like one of the first in line, they immediately take out this big thing of brisket that they just cooked and gave me a bite like right out of the cooker and it genuinely was like the greatest tasting thing
Everybody
of
says
barbecue I've
that.
ever had. But I feel so like my judgment is skewed because I didn't have to wait in that line.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
If I had to wait 6 a.m. and then get served by 11:30, I'd probably be like, it's good, but it's
But-
not
Yeah,
wait in line at 6 a.m. good.
and I'm not a morning person.
Yeah, me either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anytime I get invited to something and then the event is like, we're doing a community walk at 8:30 a.m.,
Yep.
I'm like, I can't make
sorry.
it. And I'm so thankful that they're not like, oh, how come? They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they just respect.
They just get it.
Yeah, but one day I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, what do you have going on? I'm gonna be like, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I feel like luckily for me, I have an excuse. I can pretend like my life is revolved around like the nightlife because
Oh,
drinking.
yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you know, I got to work till like 2. It's just part of it. They're like, but it's a Wednesday. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just how I got to do it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Can't wake up tomorrow.
this life is so hard. What else is on the agenda for?
So we're definitely going tubing on Saturday in San Marcos.
Wow, will that be packed?
It's going to be packed.
Oh, you're right. It's like a Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be probably the worst it's ever been.
Oh my god.
And I heard the water's low right now. So I don't know if that's going
Really?
to impact
You're
it.
gonna be like scraping your butt.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the tubes.
So I always love going, but I am a little nervous of it being a Saturday.
That'll be fun though.
Yeah.
I haven't gone tubing in a couple years, but it's a good
Yeah.
time. It's like
But-
a Texas tradition, summer tradition.
Right? Yeah. I want to go more often, but same thing. Like we drink. It's an hour away, so you have to like figure things out. But we're doing it with Texas State Tubes.
Okay.
They actually are taking care of me. But honestly, I found them first and loved using them so much
Oh, nice.
that I continue to go back to them.
In San Marcos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing that. with a bus too.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
My friends just told me that if you go tubing in New Braunfels, that apparently they won't allow cans or food or glass anymore.
Interesting. I know you can't do glass where we're going.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
I still.
But cans? I was like, this is new. And no
Mhm.
food? What?
That's weird.
I know.
Especially because it's like a 2 to 3 hour float.
I know. I don't think it applies to San Marcos, but I would double check.
Yeah, I got in trouble because what I did was I brought Still Austin whiskey, which you know I love, and we took shots at the car before we went in. But I put it in one of my reels, and everybody was like, "No glass allowed." I'm like, I wasn't bringing it in; it was like sitting in the car. And then we had somebody to drive us. So I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
drinking and driving. But yeah, I put that in the reel, and everybody's like, "No glass."
You're like,
I'm
I
being
didn't-
responsible.
Yeah, you didn't take it in the water, right?
Yeah, no. No, it was like the video shows me like at the car, like we're just tailgating before we go there. And then
Oh
we
my
went to it.
gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, that's happened to me before. I went to the Greenbelt,
Oh, yeah.
what's the name? Sculpture Falls. And I was doing an ad for this champagne brand. I don't remember, but the bottle was glass, but like I had a shot of me like pouring the drink in like a plastic cup, but the bottle was glass, and then everyone roasted me. Again, this was like years ago, so please like cut me some slack. And I made sure to like discard of it properly, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Well, don't cancel me, but I'm going to keep doing it. But like I bring whiskey to Zilker Park.
You're canceled.
Yeah, exactly. Which you're not, they said you're not allowed to publicly drink there, but everybody's
Yeah.
drinking there.
Everyone's drinking there.
Yeah.
Especially during like Blues on the Green.
Oh, yeah.
It's like no drinking allowed, and then everyone's got like their secret canisters that are huge.
Yep.
Their Yeti coolers.
Which I'm so happy Blues on the Green's going to be back
I know. In June.
in June.
Are you gonna go?
I think so. At least one day.
Have you skipped a year yet?
Yeah, I mean, I went for the first time like last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you think?
It was interesting, but it's like, yeah, it's so many people, and then you're so far back unless you're like making an effort to get up there.
It's
So-
wild how different it is with ACL.
Yeah.
Even though the stage is in the exact same location, but because it's smaller, you feel way farther back because
Mhm.
they don't have those huge screens
Yep.
and whatnot.
Yeah, I felt like we were just like talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than enjoying the concert.
I think that's why I haven't been since. When's the last time I went? I want to say 2021, because we went with my friends and I felt like we were just talking the whole time.
Exactly, so same
with
thing.
Some faint music in
Yeah.
the background, and I'm like, okay, this was obviously fun, but why? Why did we go all this way just to talk
When
with
we
some
could do
faint
that
music?
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like Auditorium Shores or something.
Yeah, and this was in July, so I was so sweaty
Yeah.
and thought
That's
I was
the
gonna
thing,
pass
the heat
out.
has been rough.
Yeah, it's.
It
I feel like
started
it's come
already.
early.
Yeah.
It's come early this time. I just saw a post that was like, this Sunday, first 100-degree day of the year, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought it came like early July last year.
That's what I thought. So it's
Mm.
end of May right now when this episode's probably gonna come out like end of June.
At the end of the summer. We're like, happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. We
I
know it's
know.
Halloween next week, but no, I'm just kidding.
We're like, yeah, ACL lineup reaction the week after ACL's over.
Listen, starting a podcast is harder than I thought with video.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get it going, and we're definitely at the beginning stages. Like, I hope that if this podcast does blow up at some point, we're gonna be like 100 episodes in the first like 10 to 20 episodes, people aren't even gonna like remember.
That's why we're just riffing and
Yes.
whatever comes out of our mouths, no one will hear it because this is the beginning. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
I'm preparing. For
Yeah, I
the-
guess just to finish, I think this is, I guess, valuable for anybody that is listening, but doesn't drink, so things to do. We did VR at the Domain, which was the only reason for me to ever go to the Domain.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That was really fun. It
was
was like a
fun?
video game. We did a zombie horror mansion one.
Oh, absolutely not. That
Yeah.
would scare me.
We were freaking out.
Oh my god.
It was interesting.
Have you done one of those Oculus?
No, but it was like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like so real.
And it actually, like at first, I got claustrophobic because you're like, now I'm trapped in here. And the guy was like taking care of us because he puts it on you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I hope he doesn't touch me. or do anything weird like while we're in this thing. It felt
Mhm.
weird. But then once you just like zone into the game, you just have fun.
But aren't these like zombies coming at you?
Yeah, it was crazy. We were screaming. And then at one point they're like, "Oh no, there's infected rats coming at you." And hundreds of rats come and you feel like they're on the ground and you're like jumping around.
Oh god. Oh, that's when you're in the suit, so
Yes,
you feel all
so
over
you-
your body.
Yep. But
Absolutely not.
we had so much fun that we're going back on like Monday or Tuesday. And we're gonna bring
Really?
Kelsey.
Oh, she would love that.
Yeah, and they have a Squid Game version. So you have to go through different set of games that are like the TV show.
Oh.
So like you know how
Wow.
it's like red light, green light where you
Yeah.
can move? And it's
Yes.
like they do that. Yeah.
Are they gonna hook you up?
You know what's funny? I DM'd them, but they're like a major like chain.
Corporation. Oh, okay.
So they'd never responded. And I'm like, well, whatever. It's $50 a ticket.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna shoot a whole reel for
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and it's hard too. We're just trying to go there to enjoy it, so it'd be kind of hard to pull your phone out and everything.
Yeah.
So
You know, I've been trying to do more activities in Austin that I've never
Mhm.
done that have nothing or little to do with drinking, because we are a big drinking culture city, of course. But I feel like after I've lived here for so long that I've become like in this rut of doing the same things every weekend.
Yep.
Like literally every weekend, my friends are like, "We're going to the East Side," and I'm like, I'm like,
yeah.
I love the East Side, like, love it. But I'm just like, I feel like, what is that movie, Groundhog Day?
Yep. You're just
I'm-
doing the same thing.
I feel like I'm doing the same thing.
I feel this exact same way. And I hate it because I love my lifestyle and I love drinking. But there is just something like, okay, like what bar are we meeting at? And then we're gonna go like 4 more bars and let the drinks kick in and then we start having fun,
Yeah.
you know. But I think what mixes it up is, like you said, there's a ton of other activities to do. And, you know, for me, Saturday, we're still gonna be doing some drinking, but we're going tubing, and then at night we're going to a concert.
Yes.
So I think it's those things that make Austin special. But there is months that go by and you realize you didn't do anything else besides just like hit up bars.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last like sober activity I did. Well, I went on a boat this past weekend.
Okay.
Which, you know, that's easy to do. Go to
And drink.
yeah, everyone was drinking. Party Cove. Have y'all been there yet?
Not Party Cove.
You went
I've
to
been on, like-
Devil's Cove.
Yeah.
Is that a
think
lake?
that's
That's
where-
Lake Travis.
Yeah.
That's where you went.
Lake Travis,
okay.
yeah.
Party Cove is closer, which is
Okay.
why I like it.
Okay.
Whereas Devil's Cove, you got to get a bus and get your ass all the way out there.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I think I'm doing that for the 4th of July,
Okay.
actually. So,
I'm hoping to
See.
get some people together for a couple of those, like a couple big boat parties this year. But we'll see.
I have a boat code if you need it.
Oh, that's right. Have you done
Rachel
the
Lately.
uh, Rachel lately?
Code
just-
Rachel Lately Float On Rentals. Maybe they'll sponsor us.
That's actually a good idea.
We'll see.
We're gonna get a sponsor eventually. But people, they're like, "Well, what is it?" We're like, "Well, we don't have any episodes yet."
We don't have any episodes, no fans yet.
They're like, "Just trust us."
I know,
Just trust us."
just trust us.
But the difference between us and other people that start podcasts, not trying to make fun of anybody, but I've met people that just try to start a podcast and there's like no platform behind it. Whereas for us, we already have big platforms. So there's still a following there. And other people, they're like, yeah, I work at Google and I'm just going to start a podcast about like video games. I'm like, cool. I mean, run with it, but it's going to take a long time. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. They're ahead
So-
of us though, because we don't know how to get this on YouTube.
That's true. Well, I will say this. I had a realization because he is here and we were looking on YouTube and we're like, oh, let's try all the barbecue spots. So we Googled like best barbecue in Austin on YouTube. And there wasn't that
Oh.
many. There was a few that were like outsiders that were visiting.
Oh,
But yeah, there was no like, here's our top 5. So I can see our podcast being like that. So we did
Okay.
margaritas. So I just can see people like typing in Google or typing in YouTube, like where to drink in Austin, and we'll pop up. You know,
okay.
we're like filling the gaps of things that aren't already out there.
For sure.
And people are definitely looking for guides, especially people vacationing here or moving here.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
so wild that results for Austin are low, because I guess we're all just short form content.
That's exactly what
Cool.
it is. It's mostly that. There was some vlogs. There was some like big, like the Travel Network had one visiting Austin.
Okay.
But I think people want more real, like these people live here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, should we continue with like sober things to do here, or
It's not a bad idea. Should we just run with that and make this like a non-drinking?
I mean, I'm down. I'm like,
I have more in my head.
really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
like him being here, like
Yeah.
you said, you're like, I want to do more things that aren't drinking. And that's what I was going to mention before, that it made me grateful because now I'm like, okay, what are the foodie spots that I've never been? That's where we're going. And then what are some activities that I don't normally do? Let's go do that.
Yeah, I would love, again, for people that missed it, Anthony's brother is 20 and he's here visiting. And so he's not a big drinker. And Anthony's taken him to sober things to do around the city.
Yes.
So I would love to know, like, you obviously you said barbecue, but like, what other foodie spots are you trying to take him
I
to?
wanted, so he said, this is what he told me the other day, which cracked me up.
Okay.
He's like, so I've had 50-cent ramen and I upgraded recently to $2 ramen.
Oh, big spender.
So I was like, okay, we have good ramen out here.
We do. We do. Obviously, the famous one is Ramen Tatsuya.
Yep. And then you said, I wanted to ask you again, you said you went to somewhere that does like barbecue or something else? in ramen?
So it's called Ramen del Barrio. It's
David, remember this? Ramen del Barrio?
he's, put it in your phone right now.
Yeah.
It's Mexican fusion ramen. Yeah, fusion. It's so good, but it's so north. But the owner is so cool, and I know he's like actively trying to get a South Austin spot. So
Oh, cool.
I know we both don't like to venture up super
No.
north. So maybe that one you'll have to save for next time.
I mean, I am going to the VR again in the Domain, so maybe we can plan
Okay.
that for when I go back.
I'm trying to remember if it was more north than
Even
the
further
Domain.
than that?
I know it's like
Oh,
beyond the
no.
wall in Game of Thrones. It's once you go that north. But it was so good. But you'd have to go on a weekday. If you went on a weekday,
That's what we might do, like Monday or Tuesday.
well, that could be like a fun little
Okay.
adventure.
Especially if it's good, you know.
It's really good. Even they have tacos too that are fire. Oh, going back to your taco question.
Oh, yeah, I did want to hear like any other spots that pop.
I think you've been here already, but Quantos Tacos.
So I did take him there last time we were here, and he said he was like dreaming about them since he came there.
Oh my God! Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, then y'all are ahead of me, the head of the curve.
Okay, cool. So we do know the spots. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I know you know like secret spots that are really good that I don't hit up enough.
Did you take, or have you been to that secret taqueria in the club downtown?
Yeah, I was actually one of the first people to post about that like went viral.
Is it good? Don't lie to me.
It was good. Now I'm like kind of a white boy,
Okay.
so
That's fair.
don't like expect that going in. Because I'm
Okay.
like, oh, quesadillas, yum, quesadillas, cool.
Quesadillas. I need to go, but I'm like, I heard it's like a little pricey.
Yeah, it's a little pricey, but I
Okay.
really love the vibe of the bar.
Okay.
They had a DJ playing. It's this cute little room. And
Interesting.
then, yeah, really cool cocktails. They had like a frozen,
Oh.
I forgot what it's called,
Interesting.
but it was like a creamy cocktail that they usually make like around Christmas.
Is it like the same owner as Reina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I went to go to Reina one night, and that's how I found it, which I love this. Like, most things are found through like social media nowadays, and it was kind
That's
of
our
cool.
job.
Yeah, and then I posted about it.
And
so
then
I
people
kind of
hate
did it.
us.
Yeah. But I went to Reina, and the bouncer who knows me because I go out and drink so much was like, hey, do you know this other bar that's underneath? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he brought me around, and I was like, I'm coming back in like 3 days to shoot a reel here because this is cool. Like, it does give you that hidden vibe, which people crack me up because let's just talk about Speakeasy for a quick second. There's no real speakeasies anymore. There's going to be some hipster that's going to be like, yes, there is. I have a friend that secretly sells alcohol. Sure.
Secret.
But for the most part, there's no real speakeasies. If it's on Google, it's not a speakeasy, like a
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah.
But people still use that name to explain what a bar is when it has like a secret code to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in this case, it's a bar down an alley.
Mm.
And if you were just biking by, you wouldn't see it. You would miss it.
There's no sign out front.
No, it's down the alley. You can see it.
Oh, I see.
But like for
Oh,
the
yeah.
most part, you might miss it just like passing it.
Yeah, like who's gonna go down that alley
Exactly.
on their own accord?
So that's almost like a speakeasy. I don't think I even called it a speakeasy for this one. But I've always had that on my mind about speakeasies because people freak out where they're just like, that's not a speakeasy. And it's like, yeah, because there is no such thing as speakeasies anymore. It's just a fun thing and people love them. Like there's no denying that people love speakeasies.
I know. I always wonder before social media was a thing, like how did actual speakeasies get like enough business to stay in business?
And that's the other thing. So they think like, hey, stop telling people about these places. I've had so many DMs from the place say, "Thank you so much for posting this. It's helped us bring in more business, and now we can stay open." So these so-called speakeasies don't want people to not know about them.
I know.
You know, it's just a fun concept.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is fun. Man, I saw you went to one of my favorites, Small Victory. Do they have a sign out front yet?
I'm actually at first I wasn't gonna go. They don't have do have a like a stickered sign that they just put up like we're open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's
So-
funny. I almost wasn't gonna go there because I thought it's been around for a while. A lot of people know about it. I've been there before. They make amazing cocktails, but when I posted it, I always forget that like so many people have moved here the last year or 2 years
For sure.
that it was like almost went viral for the most part. I think it had like 250. No, I think it went over 300,000 views, and people were sharing it. They're like, "Oh my god, we have to go here," tagging people. So a lot of people didn't even know that it was a thing here, and it is one of the legit speakeasies here.
I do love that
Makes
place.
good cocktails. Yeah,
Them and Midnight Cowboy, so good.
another one that's like doesn't get talked about as much as like Redheaded Stepchild.
People are obsessed with Redheaded Stepchild. Like, the amount of people I get asking me, do I know the code? And I think that inside the vibe, I like the spooky vibe.
Yeah, me too.
And I love that it says floppy disk repair
Yep.
thing at the top, because I think we're starting to have a new generation that doesn't even know like what a floppy disk is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that's one of my other favorites.
Does he know what that is?
No. There's a place called Floppy Disk Repair. It looks like they just like fix electronics, but it's actually a hidden speakeasy. And the only way to have a code is like you have to know someone that would give you the code to get in. So we'll get like DMs all the time where people will be like, "What's the code?" And a lot of times I'll give it to people if they're nice, but sometimes people are like, "What's the code?" And I'm like, "That's rude."
Oh my god, what happened to hello?
Yeah.
How are you?
It's
Hi.
funny though. I've had like other people that are like mini influencers like post it out there, and I think that's not cool
Mm,
to just be like or say like DM me, I'll give you the code. Well, that takes away the effort. At least let people ask for it. You know.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say the name.
Yeah, we don't have to say the name. What else? I think Eden, I'm glad they're still doing well.
Yeah, I like that spot because that one feels like a legit speakeasy. Another one that's really down a dark alley.
Yeah.
And it's off of 36, which is a little sketchy. Because that one
Yes.
actually is like, it's smelly to get over there. But
Yes.
they make really good cocktails and it's a
do.
dark vibe.
I should go back there.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Yup Lounge? I think it's owned by the
Mhm.
same guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've treated me so
Yep.
well. No, I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be like one of the, hopefully, you know, things go well. They're going to be one of the reasons I see 6th Street getting better over time. They're in
Okay.
Marlowe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm very intrigued by that new 6th Street cleanup that's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
When is that supposed to go down?
I mean, I don't know exactly when, but it's maybe currently happening partially.
I
And-
can't even like visualize it.
I know.
Like that place has been like that decades.
The only idea is that Rainy's going to be fading away.
Mm,
So there's going to be just more effort put towards 6,
mhm.
and then maybe that'll like build it up.
Yeah.
What's
We'll
the like
see.
little river that's like next to Marlowe?
Oh,
Or creek?
Waterloo Creek?
Yeah, creek.
Yeah.
Every time I walk by there, I just think this would be the most gorgeous place to like just go for a walk after a date,
Yeah.
or just like hang out. And
Well, they're
it's-
working on that right now.
Yeah, they're extending it and like adding the thing, but I just get nervous. Is that going to be an issue
For what?
for like being worried about walking down there and getting
Oh.
stabbed?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's probably an issue there right now,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in some areas.
I'm like, can the city just pay for 2 security guards that just walk up and down?
too expensive.
Yeah,
not in
too
the budget.
expensive. They can't do the $20 an hour for a security guard.
I feel like it would be better if they got some lights down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it was just cleaned up, it would be so nice. I'm like, everybody goes to San Antonio for one thing.
Yeah, the Riverwalk.
The
We're gonna have our
Riverwalk.
own Riverwalk.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's gonna connect to basically Rainy Street.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
And Rainy's just going to be, honestly, like bars under buildings for the most part.
Oh yeah.
You know?
like under the hotels and condos
Mhm.
and stuff.
Like you got Electric Shuffle. People will go over there for that.
Yeah. And Cantina 512.
Which,
I
you know
hate
what?
that place.
I've never stepped in there, surprisingly.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like, I love that
No, I've never
place.
went. But I will say they are like one of the busier places on Rainy.
I feel like that's because people going there now don't know where to go.
Yeah, yeah, I
And-
do think that's part of it.
And I get that people visiting, especially bachelorettes, want like a party vibe.
Hmm.
So if I saw that and I don't live here, then yes, I'd probably go there. But that place just like rubs me the wrong way.
I know. I feel bad. See, we're gonna have to do an episode on Rainy, but there's bars that I respect the owners and the bartenders over there, so I want them to do well. But we also have to be real and tell the truth. And if you're watching this podcast, you're probably reading a list if you're visiting Austin that you should go to Rainy Street, and it's not going to be what it was 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I think now if you want a chill vibe, like during the day, you can go to Rainy Street.
Yeah,
Like Bangers,
Bangers is great.
the,
Still,
the Stay Put, which is more newer, but I like the chill vibe. It's there.
yep. And then Half Step is actually legit cocktails.
Yes, I do love Half Step. I feel like they used to be kind of a speakeasy on Rainy because they didn't have a sign.
Oh, really?
It just looked like an empty house,
Oh,
and you had to like actually go in there to see that they serve cocktails.
I love that.
But once they got the sign, I was like, okay, they want more business,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
respect that.
That goes back to that speakeasy thing. Like they
Yeah.
want people to come there.
Yeah, obviously it's not a real speakeasy, but back in the day, there was no sign outside that place.
That's crazy.
Yeah, good times. What
So we still fell into drinking, which is funny.
We
That's like-
always fall into drinking.
Which is just our, like life in Austin.
I know.
It still falls around that.
You should start an Instagram page about drinking.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought about that actually.
Okay, what else?
All right, so
not drinking.
non-drinking.
Yes.
Okay, so far we got like tubing. I was gonna. Oh, that's one of them. Well, let me say another one first, and then we can just hop over that quick. Go karting at Coda.
Yes.
I wanted to
I've done
take
that
him to
before.
I did it with a tech company when I was working.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was fun, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I want to take him, but it's still hot out right now, and we have
Oh,
to put
true.
that on. But the next one was going to be paddleboarding.
Yes.
Have you ever done the
staple.
paddleboarding with the huge group of people that you always see those pictures?
In the P area of
Yeah.
Town Lake?
Yeah. Have you done that?
I have glided past it, but I haven't actually like sat there.
Okay.
I
Because I've
like-
always wondered how it was. To me, I like parties.
Yeah.
And it looks
no,
like a party.
It looks fun. I think it looks more fun when I see someone gets their DJ decks
Oh.
out there.
I think that's so cool.
It is cool. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it since like 2 or 3 summers ago though. So I wonder if like
I hope they do it this year.
I don't know who was in charge of that.
Yeah. So we're going to go paddleboarding for sure.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else.
Barton Springs.
Barton Springs must.
Yes. That's a for sure you can't drink cuz you can't do anything in there. They're
that's
like
what-
don't bring in anything.
Yeah, you have to like put it in a plastic like water bottle or something. That's the only way.
Yeah. I need
Which
to
it's so hot, you don't even want to do that. Like
I know.
be dehydrated.
Yeah, true. What else?
So what else were we?
Reality.
What else were we gonna do?
Oh, you could. Well, again, it's getting so hot, but Peter Pan is.
I did get a lot of people say Peter Pan.
Yeah.
I mean, should I just pull up the
Oh yeah, you
the
should.
responses?
Please.
All right, let's see.
That's so funny. People are like, I follow you for this.
It was one guy. This is what I always say about negative comments is like I'll get a post that gets 10,000 likes and one negative comment, and then I just like assume that's how people feel,
yeah,
you know, and you can't like let that
feel
one
that.
weird person that just always talks crap to people.
I feel that. I literally just today I posted a video of like what people, your friend living in Austin, what their stories look like,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed me Barton Springs at a concert, walking the trail, blah blah blah, and then people were like, "Ah, so true," blah blah, and then one person was like, this is for rich people in Austin," and I'm like, most of the things I just shared were free.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm not rich,
And they
so
still find a way
obviously
to-
that's not the case.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, today I just posted something funny. I just thought it was a funny meme, and people like to go have fun, and we like to laugh. So I just posted like, "Who wants to go drink and scooter around East Austin and take shots?" And I already knew before I posted, people were gonna be like, "You know, you shouldn't drink and scooter."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I know, I don't do that because I even fell one time.
Did you?
One time, And I hate it because I went for like 3 years without falling,
Ugh.
and I was just too confident. And Kelsey was behind me, and when I fell, I protected her by like falling on my chest.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I was still working at Wells Fargo at the time, and I cut like my nose and my chin, but we were wearing masks.
Oh.
So I was like, yes.
wow.
They're not gonna have an idea that I drunkenly fell on a scooter at my professional job.
Wait, when was this?
This was like a year and a half to 2 years ago. We were leaving. I think we were we were leaving Parlor Room,
Oh.
and it was like
no.
one of those Sundays. Oh no, that's exactly what it is. We went to Parlor Room because they were doing like a Sunday fun day, and I hopped across the street and went to Eisenhower's, and I finished with their like big sangria,
Mm.
which is like, what are you doing? Why did I do that?
Okay. Hot take. I don't think those things are really alcoholic.
Oh, I mean, it destroyed me.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they like up their game.
But I was already probably like 8 drinks deep,
fair.
so maybe all the sugar just didn't help.
Fair. I feel like 10 years ago when Eisenhower's was popping on a Sunday, I don't know how they are now, but
Supposedly they still get crazy from time to time.
really?
Yeah, I heard that's one of the bars that are crazy.
Wow. I mean, that would make sense. But back then, would have one of those sangrias, and I'm a lightweight. So after like one of them and I was not buzzed, I was like, did they trick me? Were they like, this girl can't?
I mean, there's
handle
certain
it?
places that I can't stand it when they have like deals and you
Oh,
can
I
just tell
know.
it's just terrible.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, tangent. But my friend sent us some deal at some restaurant that's like dollar margaritas every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. And she was like, dollar margaritas. And I'm like,
I'm like acid indigestion.
yeah, well, I'm like, I bet they're not good.
Yeah,
They're $1.
because it's gonna be so you're gonna have to drink like 10 of them.
Yeah, I'm like, no, literally, I was like, would you rather pay $1 for 10 margaritas and you maybe get a buzz, or $10 for one really good margarita?
Can you say where it was?
I think it was that new seafood place, Pearl Dive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they're not known for margaritas.
Sure.
They're a seafood restaurant trying to get more business, which I
Mhm.
totally respect. But I have had their food there, and the oysters were good, but I wouldn't go there for dollar margaritas.
Yeah. What's the other place they do? I think they're $2 now.
El Arroyo, the one with the sign.
Yeah. No. But it's the place that's on like Sunset Valley. I didn't know
Oh,
El Arroyo does that.
Docks.
Yeah, Docks. Every year,
Yeah.
like when we're wet, we'll post them.
When it's 100 degrees or more.
Yeah, they'll do like $2 marks and they're frozen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh my god.
everybody freaks out. But I'm like, do you really want to drive 20 minutes south also? So it's
That's
like
so
if you're in
funny.
the area, great. But
I'm not gonna lie, in 2020 when everything was shut down, they did dollar margaritas. I think not even if it's 100 degrees, just we're doing dollar margaritas.
wow.
And they're made with Everclear, and we were so bored and depressed that we were like, hell yeah. Like, we got them and just drank these frozen Everclear margaritas at home during COVID. and
Wow.
I got sloshed. Sloshed.
Sloshed.
Sloshed.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Back to drinking.
Okay. I think we're 50 minutes in, so we'll finish this episode strong with some good non-drinking things. Like we just keep jumping back to.
I know, I can't help it.
That's my life. I mean, I can talk about drinking all day. All right. So Esther Follies.
Oh, have you been?
No.
It's really funny.
Really?
And they always like update their show to do with current events.
Oh, cool.
So it's never the same show if you go. I've been like 3 times and they're actually hilarious.
That's amazing. So that's a good recommendation. So
Yeah.
you can go if you're over 21, and I'm sure you can still drink. But I think
Yeah.
they're saying if you're under 21, you can still go.
Yes.
And it's on Dirty Sixth Street.
Yes. I would
Which-
even take like obviously your little brother, but I would take my parents even to
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So it's a good for like everybody type of thing.
Yes, I feel like that's something else people struggle with. They're like, either they have someone young coming to visit, or their parents are
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to
that-
visit, and it's
It
like
goes both ways. That's so funny.
that's a good rec, I think.
Yeah. Go karting, kayaking, lunch on South Congress,
What?
which I'm like, okay.
They didn't even try.
Austin FC game.
Oh yeah.
And then they said
it's
meth
like
on
the
6th
season
Street.
now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a game this Saturday.
Oh cool.
And then they said meth on 6th Street.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
so like wholesome.
Yeah. That's what, especially with my little brother.
Some casual meth.
Yeah. A lot of Cross, McKinney Falls.
Oh yeah, okay. I wonder if it's like empty right now.
I heard the water's low. We went to go. There's this like obstacle course thing, Waterloo something that's near like Lake Travis.
Oh,
And
I've
there's
seen
like
it.
slides. Yeah, I've seen like the ads pop up,
I've-
and I was like, I'm gonna take you there. I'd be down to go.
You should go
And
report
it said they're
back.
done 2024. They're not open because the water's too low. I was like, all of 2024?
What?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. So I was
Damn.
surprised. Like, you're not even gonna give the second half of the year a chance.
Yeah, they're
Or-
like, we're done.
we're done.
Closing up shop.
Yeah.
I've seen it going by on a boat, but I've never actually seen anybody on it.
Oh, okay.
In it.
Interesting. Because I would love to do. I mean, I would want to have a couple drinks and do that. And just stumble around everywhere.
It'd be fun.
Cidercade.
Oh, I like that place.
Yeah.
They have one of the best views of the Austin skyline.
agree.
For what?
Yeah. For what exactly?
I'm like,
Like,
why did y'all get this? Do you know what it was before?
No.
It was a Joe's Crab Shack.
No way. It actually. Now that
Yes.
you say that, it looks like it
Oh, okay. Sorry to anyone that likes Joe's Crab Shack.
on the water.
I didn't like it,
fresh
and I
seafood.
remember being like, "Be anything else,"
Yeah.
and then it became a cidercade, and I was like, "Okay, I guess."
Do you know how good a Chili's would do there?
Oh, they would kill it. Hey, is that rumor true? Chili's is closing shop.
No.
That's got to
I
be
didn't-
fake, right?
I didn't hear that. I saw Red Lobster went bankrupt.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I saw a post that was like, Chili's are all closing down, but I don't know if it was
Oh,
satire.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
They feels like they're doing well and they have good marketing.
I feel like that would be bigger news.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it's a lie.
Deep Eddy Pool,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good one.
On a weekday. Weekends
Weekday?
are so packed.
And that's like very family friendly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of kids. I know how much you like. Wait, we're going to scratch that.
If you're watching and you have a family, fully respect that. If you don't,
Wonderful.
wonderful. Yeah, most of it is a lot of like Blue Hole on Wimberley. A lot of like water stuff is what you can do.
Mhm.
Jacob's Well,
I've been there. I don't know if they're closed this summer again. I know
think it is.
again. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So that's pretty much, I think we went through most of the things to do. It's like mostly water stuff. I mean, last year I spent like $75. I hopped him on a scooter, I hopped on a scooter, and we drove around for 45 minutes just to show him the city. And like he wanted to see UT.
Oh.
So that was like fun to do like a little mini tour. But by the end, our calves were burning because we went for so long.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, did you have any that like came to your mind?
I've heard of indoor mini golf Dirty Birdie.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's at the Domain.
Okay.
Also at the or near the Domain is Wonder Spaces.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like art
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a good way to kill like an hour and a half. I like it,
Mm-hmm.
and the art exhibits are changing.
Was there any other ones that I didn't mention that comes to your mind that I said to you? Okay. Yeah.
There's the Museum of Ice Cream. If
Oh, yeah.
that floats your boat. I think there's something called Museum of Illusions that's new. I actually haven't been to that one yet, but I saw a bunch of
That'd be cool.
people post about it. It looked funky, kind of cool.
Speaking of ice cream, let's finish the episode with where, if you're in Austin, if you're visiting Austin, where to get like dessert.
Right
So,
now,
like ice cream, whatever comes to mind. Obviously, Amy's is the classic. So if you're here and you want ice cream, Amy's is like just a go-to for a lot of people.
I actually don't like Amy's anymore. I used to.
I still go to Amy's.
I think they changed owners like I don't know, like 6-7 years ago, and it
Okay.
just the taste is different.
Yeah.
But I loved it when I went to UT, but obviously not
Well, this one's
shaming anyone that likes it.
Sure, this one's a chain, but I do like Baked Bear too,
Okay,
and they have really good cookies.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
My current favorite. Well, I got two. OMG Squee.
Okay, haven't been there.
It's an Asian bakery / ice cream place. They were actually on an episode of Queer Eye on Netflix, and they like blew up after that. Their ice cream is so good, and they've got like these pastries that are you can get them in like I think Japan. Anyway, it's so good.
Okay, where is that? Do you know?
It's on the east side.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, not far from you. Not walking distance, but not far.
okay.
and then Zed's ice cream, which is made with
Mm.
like actual real fruit.
We have to go there.
Oh, it's so good.
I think that's a great one.
I do hate that they don't have like indoor seating, but
Yeah.
it's so good.
That reminds me, talking about the cookies or the pastries, Wolf and Wheat.
Oh, I've heard about it.
Yeah, so they're next to NEDC in
Yes.
East Austin,
Yes.
and the same people that do Pasta Bar.
Yes.
Her
So
name's
I assume
Mar-
it's good then.
Yeah, it's impressive. So I went for South by Southwest. They did, it was like a cookie sandwich with ice
Yeah.
cream, and they put caviar on it,
That's wild.
which is wild. So I was like, I'll try it, and I was really impressed with that. And
Oof.
they know what they're doing. They're top chefs there. That
They are.
so
That's a good rec too. Yeah. I think we've like yapped enough.
you know it's funny. I feel like we just ranted this whole episode.
We really did. I was like, we're gonna talk about this, and you were like, no kidding.
But no, I actually felt like there was a lot of value. Like if you're just listening and you're visiting the city or you're already in the city, you would find some places in here that we were able to recommend. And
That's
I don't know what the
that's
title's
we
going to
do.
be. Like 100 different things about Austin.
This is like, I feel like if you come to Austin and you don't just want to drink, you want like options. So we gave you options.
We gave you options.
All right, you want to sign us off?
Cool. Yeah, well, once again, this is the Austin Pod. I'm the ATX Drinker on Instagram and TikTok. So follow me if you want to know where to drink in Austin or just you want to be a crazy person. And then
I'm Rachel Lately or 512 Bites, Instagram, TikTok, like you said. We're also working on our own Instagram account
Yes.
at the Austin Pod or on YouTube.
and TikTok.
Austin Pod. Yes.
We'll probably be posting like reels from the episodes and stuff like that.
Yes.
We're
So
getting there.
We're getting there. Just give us time.
Amazing. Well, cheers, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.